This is only an observation. Doesn't mean that I'm perfect. It may seem on the surface that I'm just being insurgent, but I'm not being a jerk. It's just me being of service to those knee deep in the worship of seeing the worst and worthless on TV and commercials. But first things first, though. This is aimed at the copper. Just because he may appear to have a history and doesn't seem to speak proper doesn't mean you should seek not to ignore your inner bias, but that apply this same principle to the imbecile thinking that it's commendable to hate a man in uniform, marking him as expendable. For the greater good, his cause is universal. Let's pause this cause, this all gets controversial. Black male, white cop. Now, is it just me or is this trending? It started long before Freddie grading and shows no signs of ending, but are we pretending that we don't see a bigger issue other than the misuse of a pistol drawn from the hip to inflict you with thick wounds from a bullet sent to a victim? Are these the only shots being fired? Why is this all that we see? Why is black versus white headlining the news on TV? I begin to ask myself this question, and somehow we've allowed them to exploit our differences. We get labeled as literal opposites, like they don't know what the difference is. Black isn't a pigment. White sure is a lizard, so why do we use these terms when crime against civil rights are committed? It's simple, I will admit it took time to commit this to my mind and my senses that maybe they want division. So I ask myself, hey me, how can I fix this? But it isn't for me to fix, I can only raise your conscience. Only ask that you guard your heart and steer clear of all the nonsense. But beyond this, let's be honest. Nobody really cares about lyrical content or comments unless it's flicking your wrists and waking up flawless. This nation is lawless, so why be astonished when the psyche of lawmen is to strike me to offman that wear Nike and call them pig? Why do your boss man? I mean, I might be a caution if I ever got called them. Then again, free speech given rightly to all men means fighting for all of them more than every so often. So regardless of your stance, I'm speaking to both parties. No song, poem, or stanza can bring back a broken heartbeat. So parents, look at your children. I mean, critically take a gaze. They are literally the epitome of you in all of your ways. So if you're truly loving them fully, then pat yourself on the back. If not, then why the black society teaches them how to act.